Hey guys, it's Corey on the street. I'm in the center of Kyiv despite all of this snow. We're trying to figure out what the Ukrainian people think about the negotiations that have been discussed all this week. Let's figure it out. After almost 3 years of Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine, peace negotiations might finally be on the horizon, but it's probably not the way a lot of people imagined. American President Donald Trump announced the beginning of the negotiating talks. I mean, you would think President Zelensky would be there, but it's Donald Trump, so wild card.
President Trump says he has spoken with Russian President Vladimir Putin.
We spoke long and hard. Steve Witkoff was with him for a very extended period, like about 3 hours. I think he wants to stop fighting. They have a big, powerful machine. You understand that.
Anyway, the Kremlin has already said that peace talks are going on right now between the US and Russia, surprisingly or unsurprisingly without Ukraine, even though the war is going on in Ukraine, like over there, just some kilometers that way. So far, comments from Putin's and Trump's officials have indicated that none of the highest priorities for Kyiv will be considered, and that includes returning the 4 territories that are currently occupied by Russia, as well as gaining NATO membership. So now it looks like Trump wants Ukraine to give up its territories, its NATO aspirations, and now its rare earth elements. But it begs the question, what does Ukraine get in return out of all of this? Ukraine already said it's open to peace talks and cooperations with the US to develop its rare earth resources, but it needs US support. I mean, this has already been discussed. With the NATO dreams crushed and no guarantees in place, will Ukraine accept the deal? As men in suits determine Ukraine's fate thousands and thousands of miles away, here's what Ukrainians think and feel about the fates of their homelands. So what are your thoughts on the current negotiations right now?
Well, at first I felt devastated and even cried a little bit. The feeling that the world is kind of failing us is still there. But I'm tragic optimist.
You said you were crying. Like, what is the thing that made you cry the most?
The realization that money is more important than people, probably this part. We are not the country who attacked another one, but we have to sacrifice. We have to listen these sentences that, oh, it's such a stupid war. Like, we know. The victory will be extremely painful for us. We know that they will come back in a few years and they will be more powerful and it will be one more level of hell.
I want to return our all territories and for me it's important to negotiate, but listen Ukrainian side. I think Russia will be aggressive all the time. I think Russian people don't want peace. They don't know about war. I think that Russia will continue the war.
And what does peace look like to you?
For me, peace is when you have plans and you will work for Ukraine and you don't need to go to the shelter and you can live your best life with your friends, with your family.
Звичайна людина хоче жити в мирі. Життя в людини, да, це найважливіше. Я хочу бути оптимістом. Тому я намагаюся цінувати те, що в мене є зараз. І я не знаю, як будуть йти далі, да, розвиватися ситуація. Я думаю, що в майбутньому ми зрозуміємо. Да, це буде гарно, good deal or not good deal. Я б хотів би, щоб ви ніколи не дізналися, що таке війна. Що таке втрачати близьких, щоб у вас в житті відчуття безпеки, свободи залишалось і далі.
After talking to people here on the streets of Kyiv, you can tell that a lot of them are nervous about the current state of these negotiations. There's a lot of challenges ahead and the stakes couldn't be higher. Right now, global powers are deciding the future of Ukraine behind closed doors. And I just wish that they keep the Ukrainian people at the forefront of any negotiation. We'll continue to follow this story closely. We'll bring you updates, we'll give you insights, and maybe we'll talk to a few more people on the street. Thanks for joining us from the heart of Kyiv.